If you failed the GED reading test, especially if you failed it more than once, I want to say something directly to you before we go any further. You are not failing because you are not smart enough. You are not failing because you don't try hard enough. You are failing because no one has ever taught you the specific skills this test actually measures. This is not a you problem. This is a preparation problem, and it has a fix. Most people prepare for the GED reading test the same way. They find practice passages, answer questions, check their scores, feel bad, and do it again. More practices, more passages, more of the same that isn't working. Here's what that approach is missing. The GED Reading Language Arts doesn't just test whether you can read. It tests whether you can do specific things with what you read. And those are learnable skills that almost no one ever taught you directly. What the test is actually measuring: can you find the main idea of the passage? Can you tell the difference between a claim and the evidence that supports it? Can you make an inference? Meaning, can you figure out what a passage implies but doesn't say it outright? Can you identify why an author wrote something and what their point of view is? These are not things you absorb from doing more practice tests. These are skills that have to be taught. And once you have them, the test starts to make sense in a way it never did before. I'm going to tell you 4 skills or 4 tips that will change your score. Tip 1: find the main idea first, every single time. Every passage on the GED reading test has a main idea, one central point the author is making. Before you answer a single question, read the first paragraph and the last paragraph. The main idea is almost always in one of those 2 places. Once you know what the whole passage is about and the big picture level, every question that follows gets easier because you already know what the author is doing. Tip number 2: inference is not a guess. Inferences questions are the ones most test takers dread because they feel like they're guessing, but they're not. Every inference question has an answer that is supported somewhere in the text. The passage is pointing you towards it. You just have to know how to find it and where to look. When you see an inference question, go back. Find the sentence or 2 the question is pointing to. Then ask yourself, what does this tell me about the thing they're asking? The evidence is there. Your job is to find it. All right, tip number 3: find the argument, claim plus the evidence. A lot of GED reading passages are making an argument, trying to convince you of something. When you're reading an argument passage, ask yourself 2 questions as you go. What is this person trying to convince me of? That's the claim. And what are they using to support it? That's the evidence. Once you can identify those 2 things, you can answer almost every comprehension question in that section because the test is basically asking you to do exactly that over and over. Tip number 4: stop rereading from the top. No one is costing you more time and confidence than almost anything else. Every time you reread a whole passage from the beginning because you forgot something, you lose time. And every time you lose time, the pressure builds and the test gets harder. Here's what to do first. As you read, mark the text or make yourself some notes. Write down or circle the main idea when you find it. Underline the claim or write down the claim and label the claim. Put a small mark to it or write it on your notes. Claim, write it out. Now, when a question asks you to go back to the text, you can navigate directly to what you need instead of starting over every single time. These are the skills I have been teaching adult learners for years. And these are the exact skills that the GED Reading and Language Pathways is built around, step by step, module by module, in a program designed specifically for learners who have been stuck and can't get past that point. Learners who failed the RLA more than once, learners who have been stuck on the same TABE level for up to 2 years. Once they had explicit instruction in exactly these skills, they passed. If that's where you are, if you're tired of practicing without progress, this program was built for you. Visit helpyoulearn.org. The link is in the description. You've got this. I'll see you next time.